Well, for me, like it really, this fight happening in about 2 months. It means a lot to me because, you know, like this will be my 4th fight, you know, and I'm 0-3, so that's not something, you know, that any fighter would want. But it's just kind of, I really have to push myself and prove to myself that, you know, I am where I should be, you know, because after the last one, you know, I got a little discouraged, but now this is like I had to really pick myself up and think like, okay, is this for me? Like, do I really want to do this? Is this what I want to continue doing? So this one for me would be more of like, okay, like where am I at after this, like for this fight?
But that's it, and then bring it back up the middle. Yeah. You have to look at the things for what they are. A couple of the fights, Tati had no business really taking, but that's just who she is. You know, she doesn't want to take any easy fights. She wants to make sure that if she beats a girl, she's beating somebody that means something to the boxing game, or she's beating somebody that is competitive. She doesn't want to just have easy fights and kind of just go and get a win just for the sake of a win. So she takes these girls on knowing that it's never going to be easy. And so for her to be 0-3, we don't really look at it as far as something to take away from what she does. We try to build on her progress again and try to build on the things that we know will help her get closer to that win.
Really what motivates me for this fight is more, you know, just kind of proving it to myself that I got it, you know, 'cause sometimes, you know, after a loss, it's just like, man, do I kind of get into that? So it motivates me to just knowing that I lost, and like it's kind of pushing myself to like a bigger, like another level. That's where it like motivates me, just knowing that I was there and like just pushing myself to be better and do better all the time. Just that feeling, man, it would mean everything for me because it's been 20 years since I've been fighting. I used to think about this when I was little, dream about it, just like how it would feel like to be up in a stage. And the last fight that I was up there, I couldn't believe it. I was there. I'm like, it was more of, I was shocked when I got there. And now this time that I know kind of what it feels like to be up there, it's like, it's exciting. I'm more excited than as I was last time, more nervous, but this time it's just, I'm ready and I'm excited.
Yeah, you know, it means a lot, and definitely means a lot to the mentality going into accepting these fights, because, you know, it goes to show that there's some belief in what Tati does, and when guys see her, or anyone really sees her, they see the talent that she has and the real effort and drive. And even when she's not in front of the camera, if you catch Tati in the gym, you see her work ethic, you see her dedication to the sport. So for all that to go into this and to receive, you know, the recognition by 360 Boxing Promotions and Tom Loeffler and his group, those guys are great guys. It means a lot to us.
Actually, like they were really, really great the first time I was there. You know, they were friendly, they were just very welcoming to me, and to know that they liked how I performed and they liked how I worked, I'm like, okay, so like it's kind of like a booster having them like want to, again, losing my last one, having them still want me to come back. It's really it's encouraging. Having done this a few times already, and now knowing what I'm getting myself into and the severity of the fight camps and how they are, I'm mentally prepared for it, and I think that was my biggest fallback before, that I wasn't really sure what I was getting myself into until I did it, and I'm like, oh shoot. So this time I know where it's at, and my mental space is where it needs to be.
Mindset for Tati for this camp, man, is really just progress, right? She's a young pro, and she's looking for her first win. So I think that with every fight for her, we're just looking to get that much better, to get closer to success for her, and pay dirt really is, if that's what you want to call it. But for her in this camp, it's really just being focused on the little things and making sure that we're clean boxing, because when she's clean boxing, Tati can hang with any pro female boxer in there at 112 to 108, you know, but having to do that and say that are two different things. And so that's our real focus, is making sure that the little things are clean.
Well, it's honestly, it's really hard right now, being a sister of four girls right now, and they all have kids, they all have their families, they all, you know, do things, and I'm pretty much the only one that doesn't have a child and doesn't have that. I'm still chasing not really chasing, but yeah, I'm still chasing a dream, and I get told sometimes like, why am I still doing this? So it's a little hard on that aspect, because I do want to, eventually start my family, but I feel like if I don't pursue this or I don't do this, it's always going to be in the back of my head, and I'm not going to be able to really fully continue my life as like a mom or whatever else I choose to do in life, because it's always going to be there. So for me, doing this is like, this is where I need to be doing right now for myself and for any future me that I want to be. Pretty much, so that's I do it because it's a challenge I put for myself. Like when I was little, like I didn't think that I would be able to do this, but it was never a reachable goal. Like I never got told like, you can do it, until now that I got older and I started, talking and realizing I can do this. So that's my why, like just kind of proving it to myself that I can do it, and I will.